How's it going, everyone? Just to make this short and sweet, if you didn't already know, I am hosting a thing on the community page that I posted where you can post up your looks, mainly because I don't have a ton of time to play and I'm, pretty interested in what new fashions and stuff people are coming up with. So if you would like to be part of For Fashion, please submit it into the email I made just for Honor content, or well, not really, but just for my YouTube stuff. So, without further ado, we're going to jump in. I do have one submission already for a Warden that is going to be representing the, crap, I forgot their name, campaign people. We'll get to that one in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to have to splice all these together. I'm going to go from PC, I'm going to go onto my Xbox, and we're going to use the other person's looks. Now, if you would like your gamer tag and all that posted, let me know down below. I'll probably get to that more at the end, but for starters, we're going to go ahead and go through this. I don't know how much this has changed since the last time you guys saw my character, so I apologize if it's a lot of reused material. So, we're going to go ahead and use the skull mask. I'm just going to call it the skull mask. Most of you know I'm not a big fan of engravings when it comes to armor and For Honor, especially face masks. Not armor. It's mainly the face masks that look a little odd sometimes. But this one I am going to run the eagle on it because it is awesome. So we will get to that in just a moment. We're going to be using the Vengeful Instigator chest plate. And then for the arms, we'll be using the Executioner arms. This is obviously a very red look. We're going to be using the Calamus Blade, Gilgamesh Hilt, and the Calamus Guard. If you could guess, we're using Cinnabar for the look. Ornament, we're of course using the Rider because it's probably the best look you can get, and if you didn't get it during the ranked matches, you're going to have to play ranked until you get it, which is very unfortunate. So we're going to be using Eagle, which is a rep 27, but I think at this point you can buy them, if I recall, or at least you used to be able to buy them. Maybe not. I'm not 100% sure, if we're being honest. As far as our arm goes, we have Gali's Breath 3 for our right arm. Sorry, my dog is freaking out. My wife's coming home. We have a Rep 17 Skull 1. For the left arm, I just leave it blank other than a helm and shield. That's mainly because I like only painting one side. I don't really like painting both arms. For our back, we're going to be... This is going to be a trend, I guarantee it. Is a Warbringer 2. It's just my favorite go-to one. As far as the back, I'm using Helm because I like the fist thing. I unlocked that quite a while ago, basically when it came out, so I'm not 100% sure at this point how to get it other than ranked. We have Lunar Swirl on the bottom. I'm not running anything else down here. Sometimes you'll see me run like skulls and stuff, but for my primary red look, I'm not running that. As far as the actual color we're running, it is Bloodied Blue Rose. Again, it's a ranked thing, but it has the most color to it, and I really like the red color. So moving on to the next one, this is going to be my silver style look. You can obviously change any of this. You don't have to try matching it, obviously. We have the Chimera Blade, Chimera Hilt, and the Chimera Guard. This was more of an experiment. I saw it had a lot of blue, so I wanted to make a blue character. So that's kind of where this one came from. We're going to be using the same ornament. As far as... That is not Cinnabar. That is displaying completely wrong. That is definitely silver. We're going to be using silver for our color. I am using white Winter King. That's a ranked match one. For the helmet, we are actually going to use an engraving for this one as well. Paisley, because the entire helmet already had all this. So if you remove it, it just kind of looks, plain and dull. But if you add it on, it looks like the whole thing was engraved, and it looks beautiful. Left shoulder, we're going to... Yes, Leia. We're going to be using Helm, because tell me that doesn't look fucking awesome. Right shoulder, we're going to be using the... This is another ranked one, I really apologize. The Victorious Knight, which, again, is a ranked unlock. So if you don't have any of these or you're new to the game, it's a lot of ranked to get just a couple engravings. Or you can buy them. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't remember if you're allowed to buy things. As far as our back goes, we are going to be using Vine's Chevron, which is an outfit that you can unlock at Reputation 30, apparently. I did not know that's how long that took to get. Down below, we're going to be running the Lunar Swirls, and again, we're going to be using the Victorious Knight from Ranked. And that is going to be my Silver Knight look. Now, my primary look that you see in the vast majority of the videos that most people said that was their favorite that we will be running is my general look. This is one of my favorite looks, which is a silver, red, gold style. So for the helmet, we're going to be running Gabriel's Zenith helm. For our chest plate, we're going to be running the same thing, but chest. And then for the arms, we're going to be running the same thing, but arms. Now for the blade, we're going to be using the Edge King. I liked how thin it was, which is the reason I went with this. We're going to be using the Kalia hilt. I like the black, gold, and I wanted a red ruby. And for the guard, we're going to be using the Calamus again. So it is a mismatch, but I personally think it looks really good. It has a light looking effect. It's not too big or heavy. The hilt doesn't look stupidly heavy. Again, we'll be using silver, mainly because I don't have any other ones that have recently come out. For the helmet, we're going to leave it completely on its own. If you want, you could add other things, but for some reason it only goes on the forehead, which is why we're leaving it alone. Now, if that went to the entire face, I'd probably put the engraving thing on, but it doesn't, so we're not going to do that. Left arm, we're going to have just skull 1. Right shoulder, we're going to have helm, but we're also going to end up having lunar swirl 2. Now, obviously, you can barely see the helm, but you can see it just enough that I enjoy having it. It's not huge, though. We're going to have Warbringer 2. Once again, personally, I find this to be just one of the best capes that you can get. This one's okay, but as far as I think it's, yeah, that one's good. And then there, I think Lunar Swirl, is it like 3 or something is good. That one's not bad. It just comes down to preference. 2 is 2, it was good, and 3 is not bad either. But personal preference, I think this is the most uniform and has those blue spikes that go up on the bottom, and I love that. I'm running the helm on the back again. You can run anything. It really doesn't matter. You can run a Bane symbol, YouTube symbol, Batman symbol, you know, whatever. Had my 4th of July one on there too. As far as the bottom goes, we're going to be using Lunar Swirl 2 once again, and these skulls. And that's all I had for you guys on Xbox. I'm not sure how, you know, much of this is new or anything like that, but we're going to go ahead and get into the submission, and then we'll get on to my PC account and see if I have anything different on there, or if it's, or you know, how interesting it is. So, and we're going to be doing ratings, so if multiple people submit, I'll give you guys my opinion rating out of 10, and you know, we'll figure out how everyone does. So let's go ahead and get into the one and only submission I had last week. So let's see what it looks like. How's it going, everyone? We are here with our style and our look. I'm taking a little bit of a break from Call of Duty. The video is going a little longer than I anticipated to actually make this. So we got, what is it? What is it? Is the Blackstone Legion. Thank you for including that. Otherwise, I was going to die on a hilt trying to remember what this is. So, we do have the Blackstone Legion being represented here, as we can see with the symbol and the one line down the back. Very beautiful. It's a very clean aesthetic on the back, but we'll go ahead and see what else we got. I think he's got some paint on the face from the look of it. Normally that's a no-no, but I do like the dedication to the look. We got the squiggle pattern. I believe that's paisley on the as an engraving there. Same with up here. We got, but I think that's perfectly fine due to the fact that I do that quite a bit as well. We got the engraving in the center, engraving on the legs. Very beautiful. I'm not even sure what sword this is, but I really like the look of that. I wonder if that's just white there or what. I believe I have this hilt, but now I'm starting to wonder. I definitely don't have the hilt. I definitely don't have the hilt, but I wonder about the guard if I have that. Obviously, a man of culture, he does have the ranked symbol up here, as he should. Alright, and so here we get a more side angle. So he does have orange and black. So black on that side, orange on this side. I really like the crown effect here with the orange. That looks really nice. I wish I would have thought about that at a different point. I'm not sure if this is black iron or tar. But that's because I've been away from the game for a bit, so I'm not 100% sure. But so far, it looks, I mean, I think it looks great. And here we get the front standing. Okay, you know what? I definitely don't have this blade. This must be the new season. I definitely don't have the hilt. Yeah, that's definitely a new season. I like the entire aesthetic, and I love the dedication to the particular look he's going for. I give it a solid 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10. One thing I just don't like these. I just don't like them. Granted, I will use them as well, so you still get a 10 out of 10 on this one, but the only reason I don't like these is I actually bought some of those, and you can't lift your sword over your head because they'll hit your helmet because of how your shoulders come up. If you think about it, if you're wearing like shoulder pads but they have spikes out like that and you raise them up, you're actually hitting your head. It's the only reason I don't like it, and I kind of swapped off of using it is because I bought some and they just don't work, so I got different ones that were flatter. Otherwise, this is a really good look. I never was a big fan of the big hilt, which is the actual reason I was going to take one off. It's just so thick. It's such a thick hilt, but it does go really well with the look he was going for. It's got like an Egyptian blade with the Blackstone Legions, like they took over Europe, or they took over Egypt. It's very nice, very well done, very Halloween-y as we approach Halloween. It'll look even better. So yeah, I think this one's definitely really, really good. You guys need to submit more. That way I can actually get more of a side-by-side comparison, because this video is just going to be a Warden video. But thank you to the submitter of this. If you would like to claim your property down below, you can let everyone know that you're the one with the extremely awesome Egyptian warrior Blackstone Legion. Otherwise, thank you very much for your submission. And we'll go on to my PC account. So the next one we can look at is the exact same thing, but over on PC, where we don't have an ornament. So of course we can just use Domini's Shame or something like that, because it's shameful that you don't have the ornament, obviously. Now obviously I don't play very often, so I don't have a ton of the gear or anything unlocked, but we're going to go ahead and look at some of the stuff that I could put together. That's why I was encouraging the community to come out and show me what you got, basically. Show me what you got. And that's mainly just the fact that with me not playing, I don't exactly have a ton of looks, but here's a couple that I threw together to get the ball rolling, essentially. There is some new armor in the game, so we'll go ahead and go over. We have Domini's Shame, once again. As far as armor goes, we can go through this real quick. It's the Punisher mask. It's what is it, Havoc. It's Havoc's whole thing. I don't know if he still does For Honor, but when he did, there you go. That was the mask he always basically went for. We're gonna use the chest plate for that same set, Acadium, I believe. It's basically, you know, the little demon chest plate piece. As far as the arms go, I'm not a big fan of the ones that they chose for the set. If you'd like to know what that is, I don't have them, nor am I gonna really attempt to get them. These are the arms for that. They basically are just dented up. I don't remember the name of the armor, but it's already in the game. It's just more dented in there. As far as the sword goes, I'm using the exact same sword, or at least very similar to the one I use on console, because it's personally my preference. So we got the Gilgamesh hilt as usual, the Fabricius blade, sorry, I can't speak, I apologize, and then the Camelus guard. So that's basically all we're running on this. As far as the helmet goes, I just leave it untouched. I don't like putting engravings on the helmet personally. Obviously you can put whatever you want, like the weird anime chicks that are in the game now. When the fuck did this go into the game? Weebs. Weebs ruin everything. Alright, or you can put matte paint on, but that kind of defeats the whole point of having the Punisher mask, if we're being honest. I made this in a female look. Of course, you could go with more of a male look, which will look more like this. I just figured I don't have any female looks, so maybe I should do one. As far as the right shoulder goes, I just have the skull, which is Reputation 17. Or I guess you can just buy them, right? Can you buy engravings now? Yeah, you can. Alright. For the other arm, I'm using Apollyon's Might, and then I am using Warbringer 1, just to give it a small amount of something, but not too much that it feels overbearing. For the back, we got Warbringer 2. Again, I use this on almost everything just because it just looks so good on the back. There's other ones that look okay. Like this one looks really nice, the Lunar Swirl. That would be my second go-to. There's just not a whole lot of back ones for Warden that look really nice. So when you find one, you kind of end up just sticking with it like I did. I have the skull again, same thing. You could obviously put on, you know, whatever stuff you got, which, as you can see, there's a small like engravings in the back, which is pretty cool. That doesn't look too bad with putting whatever you want on there. And for the bottom here, we have Lunar Swirls 2. I like the way the patterns go up on the side. And we are running the skull again. As far as the color goes, we are using the Selenic Prelude, which was from the monster event. The Other World event, week 2 is when that came out, apparently. Moving on to the next look, like I said, that one we already covered. This one is, I was going with more of like a Blue Crusader, Dark Souls-esque style, so I hope you guys like it. It is a little different than what I would normally make, but alright, so starting off with it, we got the Fauville helm, we got, for the chest plate, the Chimera chest. Then we're running the Lord of Manor arms. I just felt like it worked really well with the set, but obviously you could go with something a little more tame if you're really going for more of a Dark Souls-esque look. As far as swords go, same blade. We're actually going to use the correct hilt for that. We're gonna alright, so we're using the whole set. I didn't realize that until now. We were using the entire set of the actual sword. So hey, look at that. I actually used a whole set of something for once. I didn't include an ornament on this. Obviously you can. I just wanted to go with more of a realistic approach. There's not a whole lot of giant helmet ornaments. We're using silver for the coloring. The other ones, I use black arm. That's simply because I don't have like tar or anything else here since I took such a long break, and I just simply do not have the time to grind up and get all of the new paints, new looks, new executions, and all that stuff before new characters come out, so I have not bothered. As far as the helmet goes, I have the Paisley 1. Now, I know I said I'm not a fan of engravings, but when it already has engravings around the entire side, I don't really mind it on the front. It has to be like a bigger helmet where it looks better. Like, some stuff like these, that one doesn't look too bad, just because it looks like it's almost like a smiley face. That doesn't look good, so it kind of depends on the mask if it would look good or not. You kind of have to go through it and figure out if that's something that you would enjoy. Like, the skull things, there's pretty cool. I wish I could keep the skull and just get rid of the feathers around it, or the leaves around it, but you get it. It's essentially what we're looking for. Alright, for the left shoulder, we are using Griffin 6, which is from the Tundra Griffin Illusion. I have the skull, once again. Right shoulder, we're just using the skull. I like to always just paint one shoulder, and I normally go with whichever shoulder is the biggest, primarily. As far as the back goes, again, Warbringer 2. It's just the best. And then I have my little Solaire symbol here. Down below, we got Griffin 6 this time. I didn't put any engravings on, and that's because, as you can see, it just kind of wears it down. It makes it look kind of ugly. I couldn't find any that I actually liked, and I'm not going to spend any, money or anything just to get something that looks half decent or anything. But that is my second account. Again, I'll preface this again by saying there's a Dropbox. I put it up in the community, or my community tab. I posted up a link where you can send any looks or anything like that, and obviously it doesn't have to be a particular character. It can be any character in the game, and if you would like me to give if you would like me to give your name a shout out or anything like that, include it in the email when you send it, and that way I can give your your gamer tag or whatever if you'd like that. Otherwise, I'll just show the pictures. I won't be really trying to show gamer tags too much. And specifically, if you want me to make sure that your name is blocked, like I'll put a red bar over your name. I can also do that if you don't want anyone knowing what your name is. But let me know all that down below, and I hope that you guys have a great time, great day, great weekend, whatever. I don't know what state you all are in for football or anything like that. For me, go Chiefs. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys submit a couple more, and I will try to post them when I get enough of them. Right now, I just wanted to make this as a, hey, let's try this type of thing. But if it doesn't take off, it doesn't take off. So it'll be a little unfortunate if it doesn't. So who knows? Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and have a beautiful day.